Aloha, everybody. This is Tiggy Maximus with Tiggy Maximus Talks, episode 202 on Spotify and YouTube. Thank you guys for following this podcast. Thank you for listening to the podcast, liking, following, subscribing, even donating to the podcast. Thank you guys for all that. Thank you guys for trying to spread the word to your friends and family and everyone in between. Also, there's a link on my Spotify episode and a link on my YouTube, which takes you to the Spotify episodes. It will bring you to a window. If you click on the link, and it will allow you guys to donate to the podcast. And I guess the minimum is like 99 cents a month. So if you're feeling very charitable, thank you guys. Anything's appreciated. Hope you guys keep listening and watching and spread the word. Tell your friends and family that there's a guy out there who's just loving to talk about sports. Or if you need advice on how to go to a comedy show, or you want to make a decision on going to a restaurant, just so happens I could give you a lot of recommendations. So let's get started, guys. On this episode of 202, Chargers. So week 6, Chargers pretty much had a good time playing against the Denver Broncos in Denver. At one point, the Chargers were up 23-0. And, well, as you would imagine, the Chargers probably kind of let up. Usually in the fourth quarter is when teams try to make a comeback against the Chargers. But the Chargers pretty much kind of let the Denver Broncos kind of back in the game. But it was like 23... 23... So it's 23-0. Then I think it became 23... 7, I think. Then I think it was 23-13. Then it became 23-16. And then Chargers ended up not only recovering the onside kick or something, but they pretty much were able to run out the clock and got the first down under 2 minutes to go. Forced the Broncos to use all their timeouts, and that was pretty much that was all she wrote. Chargers win 23-16 against the Broncos. Took over second place of the AFC West division behind the undefeated Kansas City Chiefs, who are the defending Super Bowl champions. Chargers did well in a lot of things. They ran the ball well, got some good passing, touchdowns. Chargers don't need to blow out a lot of teams, but they were pretty much were getting their drives in to get enough points to get far ahead of their opponent, like the Denver Broncos. And the defense did a lot of work, and the fact that they were shut out, for like 3+ quarters, and then finally they started to score in the fourth quarter. But to hold a team down for 3 quarters without a point, so it is what it is. But main thing is Chargers with the victory. Justin Herbert is a little better with his high ankle sprain, so he can do more. Important thing is Chargers get the victory. And then week 7 came around. Monday Night Football. Cardinals, Chargers in Arizona. Chargers had this game exclusively on ESPN Plus, and Chargers kept getting field goals, but they were moving the ball. Almost most of the possessions they had, they got 5 field goals, 0 touchdowns. They started the game 3-0. The Arizona Cardinals got a touchdown, went up 7-3. Then the Chargers kind of got up there 7-6. That went ahead 9-7. Then and then well then it became, I think, 12-7. Then 12-7. Then Kyler Murray, just so elusive, ran for a 40-plus yard touchdown run, made it 14-12. Then the Chargers got down the field. What kind of bothered me about this particular drive to get the field goal to go ahead by 1 was because the Chargers not only were moving the ball, they got to the 2-minute warning, and the Chargers tried to pass the ball on 3rd down with 2 minutes to go. And of course, the ball went incomplete. It stops the game at 2-minute warning with 1:58 to go. And the thing is, the pass by Justin Herbert was like 5 to 10 yards away from the receiver. The thing is, the only reason why the receiver is nowhere close to the ball is because the Cardinals defense had a hold-in or a pass interference, which was flagged by a referee. Then moments later, it seems like every single person on the Cardinals and apparently the referees then were somehow convinced that the pass was uncatchable. I mean, the fact that the ball was sailing 5, 7, 10 yards away from the receiver, and you're thinking that the receiver can't get the ball anyway, but the only reason why no Charger was within 7 yards of the ball was because the Cardinals' defensive players pretty much impeded the path of the Chargers receiver, who could have had a good chance to receive the ball. And the referee impulsively threw the flag on that because it would have been calling what everyone else saw, that it was a hold-in or a pass interference. But no, the referees picked up the flag, being convinced that the pass was uncatchable. And right at that moment, the Chargers had to make a decision. Either you go for it on 4th down, or you just kick the field goal to go ahead by 1 point. So, smart thing to do. Obviously, at that point, you have a kicker in Dicker the kicker. He was pretty much perfect all night, and he did kick a 59-yard field goal earlier in the game, and a 50-yarder. So whatever distance that he kicks from, it seems like he's going to make it. And of course, you don't want to squander that opportunity, because if you don't get the first down, you lose the game automatically, because you're down 14-12, or you're down 14-12. Kick the field goal, go up 15-14, which is what the Chargers did. So with 1:54, and the Cardinals have all their timeouts. So with 1:54, Cardinals have all their timeouts. It's Chargers 15, Cardinals 14. And, a questionable pass interference call on the Chargers because Marvin Harrison did not have a problem trying to attempt to catch the ball. He actually mishandled it, so it was an incomplete pass. But the referees called pass interference or unnecessary roughness on the Chargers, which became an automatic first down. And, well, that gave the Cardinals an opportunity, and they took advantage of that. James Conner ran for a big gain, and he got it down to the Chargers' 22-yard line. And, well, the Cardinals are in field goal range, and, well, the Cardinals set themselves up for a game-winning field goal, ran the clock down to 2 seconds, and got the field goal. And there's no more time left, and the Cardinals beat the Chargers 17-15. I'm a little mad because of two particular instances. One was a non-call because you picked up the flag, which is obviously a pass interference or holding on the defense, but you decided to give the Cardinals a chance to make it interesting and try to go for the game-winning field goal. And even when the Cardinals had the ball, you picked that right time to penalize the Chargers for a unnecessary roughness penalty or pass interference penalty, and you give the Cardinals another chance, continue their drive. And of course, the Cardinals took advantage and got the game-winning field goal at the buzzer. So, what can you do? Chargers are 3-3. They're going to be playing the New Orleans Saints this coming Sunday for Week 8, and Chargers will probably win that one, and they might be very, very pissed off in that game, and they might take it out on the Saints. So hopefully they do, and then reestablish why the Chargers are actually pretty good with the number one defense in the NFL. So let's see what happens. I'm still mad. There's just a lot of things that the Chargers had over the years, a lot of miscues, either by their own doing or simply the referees had a hand in the Chargers losing. So it's just a mixture of both. But what can you do? Chargers got to get back on the saddle, reestablish why they're good. Pass. Justin Herbert is in it for the long haul. Pass to all of the receivers on the team. Have a well-balanced attack with the running game. And you got a defense that's pretty impressive. And it's going to be hard for anyone to try to score more than 20 points against the Chargers. Of course, the Chargers did end up with 5 field goals. Can't look past that. And you got to be more efficient on offense. But of course, it sometimes doesn't help when the referees are helping the defense. So, yeah. Yes, the Chargers have to work harder and improve why they are a formidable opponent and why they are a threat to anyone in the AFC and the NFC. So don't be surprised if the Chargers play inspired football and make it to the Super Bowl. So, anywho, beat the Saints. Go Chargers. Well, the World Series is set. Yankees, number 1 in the American League. Dodgers, number 1 in the National League. They were destined to see each other, I guess. Number 1 versus number 1. It should be an exciting World Series. I should be able to watch most of the World Series. I'm going to try to go to different bars for each game. You have all the stars out. Aaron Judge, Juan Soto, Garrett Cole, Carlos Rodon. Then you got Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Shohei Ohtani, Yamamoto, Bueller, Flaherty, Kiki Hernandez, Teoscar Hernandez, Will Smith. So you got all the stars out. and it's going to be making it for a very fun, very exciting World Series. I think the Yankees are going to beat the Dodgers 4 games to 1, so it should end in 5 games. Um, so I might be going to Mr. Tempo for one of the games, probably game 2 on Saturday. That one's going to be in the evening. UFC 308, I believe, is early. They're going to start at 7 a.m. Main card is at 11 a.m. And the main card is at 7 a.m. for the prelims to start 308. The main card is going to start at 11 a.m. Whew, cracked my neck. So that should be fine. Oh yeah, the Lakers won their season opener at home against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Bronny James got to play with his dad, LeBron James. They got to be on the court together for like 3 minutes, and for the first time ever in NBA history, a father-son duo got to play in the same basketball game, much less play in the same NBA league at the same time. So, Lakers beat the Wolves 110-103. Lakers play again tomorrow against the Phoenix Suns. So hopefully the LA Lakers will start pretty hot, make a push for the playoffs, be a threat to the Boston Celtics, the defending NBA champions. Hopefully the Lakers win the NBA Cup championship once again, like last year, which is the first one. Anywho, I did get a chance to try 2 places for food. There's a place called Taco Sushi down in Old Town, San Diego, on 1 Street. I got to try the Triple X roll, Wagyu beef and lobster on the sushi roll. It was good stuff. There's nothing about it I don't like, so I liked everything about it. So I want to say that Triple X roll 8.9 out of 10. Very good. They also have octopus there. Gotta try the octopus. Tastes pretty fresh. Pretty good. Nothing bad about it. Octopus 8.8. Now what's cool about this taco sushi place is that they have 3 significant signature drinks. One, they had a drink in the middle of a tray surrounded by fire, and it has a smoky taste to it apparently. Another drink has a sparkler to kind of celebrate like the 4th of July. So, but these sparklers, I've noticed, I've seen them at like parties where someone has a birthday, and usually a hot girl usually delivers a sparkler. This time they just served it with a drink. And then there's a third drink, kind of interesting. So there's a creamsicle drink that has a bubble on top of it, and the bubble is placed there by a flame torch. And you touch the bubble with your tongue, and the bubble will burst, and there's smoke coming out of the bubble. So that is called a dirty pop. So interesting. Maybe one day I will try it. I did get to try this one not new place, but like a kind of like I guess you could say it's a Korean chicken place called Banchan. It's in Convoy Street. What's cool is that Banchan has a lunch menu and a really cool staff. I got the 2 types of flavored chicken strips, and I think they gave you like 8 pieces. 4 I did spicy soy garlic, and then the other half I did yang yum. Uh, the Yang Neon is kind of spicy, has a little kick to it. The chicken was pretty good. I would say it was an 8.8 out of 10. Um, the rice was a little dry though, but it's very manageable to eat. Um, I did get to try the pork belly bao bun. Um, they're okay though. I would say it was about an 8.5 out of 10. The pork belly meat was not too bad. The white bun was pretty good. Um, it the I think the bao bun, it actually came with Korean street corn. It's pretty tasty. Good corn. Um, the Korean street corn, I want to say it was an 8.8 out of 10. Um, let's see. Oh, one last thing. I did get to go to one comedy show. It was on last Saturday, um, October October 19th. Yeah, it was at the Vinyl Migrante, hosted, produced by Ellice Lin, and the show was pretty decent. Um, Ellis, I believe, had started the show, did some of her user jokes. Um, she did kind of throw in a few new ones throughout the show. It's just that um, it didn't exactly get a room full of laughs. There were maybe like one or two people that might have laughed at her new stuff or overall. Um, Either because maybe the crowd that showed up may have heard those previous jokes before, or the new jokes just didn't really resonate with this crowd. So I want to say Ellice Lin was a 7 out of 10 for a comedy. Um, the next person to go up was Petros Hagos. I noticed that there were a lot of stop and starts in his, and he actually did some crowd work, asking some random questions. And you might have got a couple of chuckles, but um, I didn't really hear a lot of laughs though. So I want to say Petros Hagos, his comedy. Um, 7 out of 10. Um, then I believe we had Aaron Trahan. So he had a special T-shirt on. Um, I I think the shirt had said, would you buy the shirt off of his, uh, I guess, would you buy the shirt off of his back? Well, because when he walked in, and I guess the part of the intro was introduced in the T-shirt that he was wearing, but then he had something clever to say about the shirt. But um, that was the only funny thing about his set, though, because the rest of his jokes, I guess I've already heard of it, and it just didn't really sit too well. Not a lot of reaction from the crowd, so I gotta say Aaron was a 6.75 out of 10. I do remember one joke where he talked about I think it was getting the vitamin D and the oxygen joke. So, but this time around, I don't think a lot of people really caught on to it. So you had not much of a reaction, very chill vibe to this set. So yeah, 6.75. I believe we had what's her name? Cindy Sheridan. She had a T-shirt. So T-shirts with stuff on it was kind of a thing for this comedy show, and apparently Cindy Sheridan liked to share with us that she likes to wear like a little I don't know, it's like kind of a vest over her T-shirt, but her T-shirt says "Fun Ho." The thing is, the shirt says it was supposed to say "Fun and Holy," but because her vest covers up a lot of the letters, it says "Fun Ho," and that got a big chuckle when she explained it, and um, she didn't do too bad during the show. The other jokes, they were okay, but it didn't really get a lot of big laughs though. So I want to say that Cindy Sheridan was a 7.25 out of 10. And then yeah, Cindy Sheridan, 7.25 out of 10. Then there was Mike McCullough. He had a lot of bird jokes. And well, yeah, a lot of bird jokes, hummingbird, no lips, wordplay. I mean, Mike McCullough had a few laughs during his set, but it wasn't like a whole room though. But I did notice that this was kind of the same set that I've heard. So Mike McCullough. Seven point 7.25 out of 10. The next person to go up was Kyle Dean. He talked about being a teacher. So he did talk about his students during the set, and he had something very interesting to say about the kids. And because the kids are pretty wild, he has something very crazy to say. But he got a few good laughs. Didn't do too bad. I want to say he was a 7.5 out of 10. And then we got our headliner, Gina Manning. I guess her husband or her boyfriend is his name is Edward. He's a motorcyclist, but he's a very hard guy to crack, especially with comedy. So he once told me that he'll be the judge if the people that he sees are actually funny. He said that the last time I met him, and then he said it. I know he kind of brought that aura with him. So the only time he really cracked a smile was because Gina, the headliner, had said that she didn't look or act the same way like she did before, and then proceeded to say, I guess, um, that she's older and her looks are a little different. She doesn't feel the same way, and she mentioned that she showed the goods to her boyfriend or husband, Edward. And the funny thing about this whole thing was that Gina Manning then said that he needed to wear glasses to see um, what she has. And everybody laughed at that particular bit because, they're old and I guess you need glasses. Uh, and then there was a moment I think was pretty funny was that Gina was looking right at me and asked what I did, and I said I worked in a laboratory and I podcast. I'm a podcaster. But someone clarified for her that I'm not doing a lab podcast, but I was doing lab work and I'm podcasting. Two separate things. And then she asked, what do I podcast about? And I said, I do comedy show reviews. I'm reviewing this comedy show. And then she says, oh, crap. Because she kind of made fun of my Chargers cap because she's not a Chargers fan. And I was wearing one. So, and she has something to say about the Padres, too. So, I mean, overall, Gina got the best set of the whole group that night, that group of that day at the Vinyl Migrante. So I want to say that Gina Manning was a 8 out of 10. So she did pretty well compared to the others. And, overall, good show. I wouldn't mind going back. The next time there's a Vina Migrante show is November 9th, Saturday. Same place. So it should be pretty fun. So if you have time on a Saturday, go out and see some good comedy shows at the Vina Migrante, November 9th, Old Town on Congress Street. So, anywho, guys, I gotta go. Gotta to catch another comedy show tonight, part of another podcast, and watch some football, watch some basketball, and the saying goes, boom. Tiggy Maximus, signing off, baby. All right, later, guys. Booyaka, Shama.